We have a issue with the car, and the check engine light has been on for a little bit. And you can see that here. So I got out my cheapo CAN ODBII. We will plug that in. Try to figure out what's going on here. So the fault that's detected is P0135. So P0135 is the O2 sensor circuit malfunction. So the O2 sensor heater is bad on the O2 sensor, apparently, or at least that's what it thinks. So I guess I'm gonna try swapping that part out. So I ordered this online, got this Denso brand oxygen sensor, which is supposed to be the right fit for the van. And interestingly enough, it's in a hard place to get at. And the sensor also has wires coming out of the top of it, so you can't put a regular socket around the part to take it out. So you have to get a special socket. I go to Harbor Freight, and they do have a special socket made to go around these wires so that you can take out the sensor. Now, if I use a part more than once, my rule of thumb is if I have to use it a bunch of times, maybe don't get the Pittsburgh brand, but in this case, I hopefully will only use it once. And this socket allows you to get around the wires without, yeah, granted you could just cut the wires and take it off initially, but the new one, putting on the new one, you're gonna have to use a socket at some point to put it on there. And I don't think you can get in this place without this special socket. So that's what we're going to try to do. Use this special, it's a 7/8 inch socket, and put in the new sensor. I did go with the one that that had the special connector, so hopefully I can just unclip it, clip it in, and go. Okay, so I popped the hood. Sorry if it's really windy. I might edit over this if there's too much wind noise. But let me try to locate where this sensor is. Okay. Okay, so we can see come on, focus. Okay, there's the spring to the top of it. So there's the top of it. And if we go to the other side, and that cable runs, there's the spring side of it. So it's really tight in here. So a lot of people recommend taking off this whole grill first, which has the windshield wiper motors in it. I'm going to try to do it without doing that first, just to see if I can do it. And I like to put something around it just so that accidentally it doesn't get touched. too many people have laid a screwdriver or something else across the terminals and just melted it due to all the amps. So, okay, so we got the battery disconnected. The next thing we want to do is we want to disconnect the plug. So here's the new one I'm going to show you. You push down on this and you're able to slide this back out, and the plug should release. So there's a little clip, black clip. You can see the black clip. Can you see the black clip?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how I'm thinking I need to go. Back up a little bit farther. Okay, here's how I'm going to go in there and try to get to this connector. I'm slipping underneath the throttle mechanism, I believe. Okay, and I'm kind of blocking my light here. But you can do it by feel, basically. So I can see the... Okay, so I was able to put a screwdriver down here and push this red tab to the side. That was, I guess, the first step. Now, what we need to do is try to actually depress the black, this black button, kind of the clip, the retaining clip, while we pull the sensor off. Okay, so let me see if I can get the light down there still. Apologize for the light work, it's really hard to... Let's see. I'm gonna try to reach from the other side somehow. Or actually right here, I'm just gonna grab the wires of the sensor and see if I can pull it off. Whoops. Well, there went the whole red piece, which shouldn't hurt anything. But I'm trying to get a hold of the sensor cord here. It might be easier actually to pull off this whole windshield wiper shroud. Let me see if I can do this. Getting it back on will be next to impossible, I'm sure. Oh, okay, this might be easier. So it popped off there. Now I might be able to just reach it.
Oh wait, I think I can see from here.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have the connector. Can you see this? You stay right there.
Yeah.
See the connector? I got the connector off. Took a little bit of doing. I had to more or less kind of break the top of the part, but not the part that it goes into, so that's good. Now let's see if we can create a configuration where we can get down here with this to loosen up the with the socket. So I think we'll need a little universal and then some extensions. Okay, so I have a universal joint and a bunch of extensions here. We're gonna try to get to the sensor from above without taking off this. So I'm gonna feed it back in there. Right over the top of the sensor. I'm able to reach it. So if you can see, now if you have longer extensions, that might be helpful actually. I'm gonna try to rotate it here. Okay. So the reason I'm putting a little bit of duct tape on these joints is because when I pulled it off before, the socket dropped down accidentally, so I'm just trying to have a little insurance so I don't have to try to get back down in there and pull it back out. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, there it went. Okay. Are you recording that?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, I'm gonna try to get in there just with my hand because I broke it free.
Should I take this off this?
What?
Should I take this off this?
No. Just keep filming. Let's see if I can get in there. Okay. So from the top. Can you see? You see?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I broke it free, I'm just spinning it with my hand. Just by feel, I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. So I broke it loose with the socket, and now I'm just turning it with my hand. Hey. So now I was able to pull it out. Okay, so here's the old one. The new one didn't come with the spring, so the new one is the same brand. Looks like the model number is slightly different. Of course, it's manufactured a lot later. So I'm going to put anti-seize on the threads. Might come with it in the package, depending on where you got it from. Put the new one in there. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do this by feel. Okay, there's a hole. Try not to knock any corrosion in there. It's after the cylinders, so it's not as big a deal, but yeah, okay. So that's not too bad. Got it threaded. There it goes. Kind of spinning the cable around with it just to make it easier. Okay. Probably should have done this first, but I'm gonna take this spring off of here. The original spring. Oh, man, that's sharp. And reuse it on the new one. I'm going to tighten it down first and then thread. I think it'll be easier to thread the spring on after I tighten it. So let me tighten it first. That spring just kind of gets in the way. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Let me see if I can get the spring on there. And then you can just push the spring down over the metal portion like I did there. Now can you see down in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna clip it back together before I push it onto, there's two of these kind of push-on fittings. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, before I do that, I'm gonna put the connector back together. Okay, so I was able to, there's a part, able to do this all by feel, getting both arms in and squeezing it together, and then moving that little red, the little red tab over. Once that was done, I just pushed it back into the two holes in the frame. It's where that, so it just holds it in place. So that was all done by feel. I couldn't really see anything, but it was still probably better than taking off the whole windshield wiper blade shroud and motors and everything. Okay, so now at this point we can try to hook the battery back up and see if our error light has gone away. This is a good time to probably clean the battery post. It didn't look too bad though, so. Alright, nice and snug. We're gonna look for the check engine light to be taken care of. And no check engine light, so that repaired the problem. Thank goodness. Now Mama's gonna be happy.